Okay, you guys, so this is a spring scale. This tool you probably saw in third grade a little bit, but this is a tool that is used to measure forces. So if you'll notice on one side, it has an N. The N stands for the measurement newtons. So just like we measure like distance in inches and feet and centimeters and all the different types of units we can measure distance in, we measure force in newtons. The other side says kilograms or grams, but when we're using it to measure force, we're going to use the side that says N, and stands for newtons. So this is how it can work. So it can measure how much force it takes to drag something across a surface. So I'm going to show you an example with this as a math book. I'm going to hook this to our thing, and I'm going to pull on our spring scale until my book starts to move, and we're going to see how many newtons it takes to move this book. So look, do you see that the spring scale is going down, but it's still not moving yet? Oh, there, it starts to move. So look, it looks like it's about 2.5 newtons because the book is moving across the table. And it does look to be about 2.5 newtons. So the amount of force that it takes to move this book across the table is 2.5 newtons. Now, what do you think would happen if I add something else to the book? Would it require more force or less force? So I've got the stack of paper. Look, I'm going to put that also on here. And let's try it again. Do you think it would need more force, less force to pull this across the table? With just the textbook, it was 2.5. Let's see what we have here. Oh, look, we're already down to 3. Oh, hang on, here we go. Oh, it's about 3 newtons. So I added more mass to my pile, and it required more force. Isn't that interesting? You can also use a spring scale and like hang things from it to see what the force of gravity is pulling on an object. So let me show you that here. Okay, so to measure, you can also hang from this certain objects to see what the force, to measure the force of gravity and how much it's pulling. So I took off my lanyard and keys here, and I'm going to hang that on my spring scale, and we're going to measure how many newtons gravity is pulling down. So it's pretty much even at 1. So the force of gravity on my keys is 1 newton, because there's no other force touching and pulling on my keys, right? I'm not pulling on it. I'm not applying force. The only force affecting my keys right now is gravity. So the effect of gravity, the force of gravity, is 1 newton on my keys. So that's a spring scale. It could be used to measure the force of like pulling something across a surface, or to measure the force of gravity and how it pulls something down.